Hey everybody, welcome to Blabbin' on YouTube, and today we're going to talk about two cards we really wish we didn't buy. Oftentimes we make good card purchases, but today we're going to talk about some mistakes.
Yes, we see a lot of videos of people kind of very excited about a card they got at just the right time. So we're going to do the opposite, and we're going to talk about two cards we bought at the wrong time.
Right.
Which is less fun for us, but I think more fun for you guys, the viewers, to sort of laugh and point.
Yeah, and there's many examples of buying at the peak, buying when cards are high, and I think both of our purchases today fell into that category.
Very much so.
You want to talk about yours first?
Sure. My mistake happened in the long-forgotten late spring of 2020. I think the COVID shutdown had just really hit, and a certain Topps product was taking the hobby by storm. And that product, if you remember, was Project 2020. There were some really cool designs of these iconic 20 Topps rookie cards, many of which Jeff and I collected when we were younger. And we started to really like them. Some of these designs look great. So I wanted to buy one. And I decided to pick up the biggest name, which was Mike Trout, and his card by the biggest designer, which was Ben Baller. And I don't know who Ben Baller is, but that's a separate video we can talk about.
And he's got his own set.
And now he has his own set. So I don't know. But anyway, this is the, sorry, Jeff. This is the Mike Trout Topps 2020. Or Topps Project 2020, a Ben Baller design card. It's cool. It's got diamonds.
Yep.
Anyway, I paid, and pardon me if you hear a sound. That's me gagging on my own vomit. But I paid 175 American dollars for this card, and I just checked sales. The last sale was $4.25. So it has gone down. I did the math. 98%.
98%.
It's a 98% loss. That's tough. That's tough. But yeah, it was just, I think the best way to describe it is FOMO. Like, the set was going nuts. The blowout chat, I think, still has more comments on it than any other topic that the site has. And you just feel like you want to be part of it. You don't want to miss out. These cards looked great, and that is a really difficult feeling to ignore.
Yes, and I think that we've all experienced that in the hobby in various ways. I also was with you in the Project 2020 doldrums. I believe I purchased a couple of those.
Well, we won't. Let's not pull on that thread, and let's keep our sanity intact.
Yes, but now it's a good paperweight and a good reminder.
Yes.
Of maybe.
Yes, I keep this thing around so I can look at it anytime a player gets crazy hot or a certain product or card starts to really take off, and I look at this and remember it's not the time to buy it. It's not the time.
Yeah. So with my buying mistake, so by the time 2019 came, that was actually Juan Soto's first Sapphire card. He did not get one in the 2018 set. So as the market continued to go crazy during COVID times in the winter of 2020 and early 2021, I thought I had to have that card.
You got to have that Juan Soto card. It's got the gold cup on it.
It's got his gold cup. It's a horizontal shot.
Yep.
It's a nice. In fact, I'll show it to you here.
Yeah, look at that thing just shine up. There was a really weird. It was 2 straight years for. As soon as the calendar flipped over to January, it seemed like baseball collectors looked at numbers and were like, "Oh my God, Juan Soto he's not human. Now we have got to buy his cards before the season." So January of 2020 2021 and 2022. Soto stuff just went nuts.
Yeah.
And it was really hard to avoid it. I mean, crazy sales. Like that pink refractor in a gem was over 2K.
It got up.
The hands on hips was over 2K. Like, his cards were going crazy. And so this one just seemed like...
Yeah, and I thought compared to a lot of his other cards, the print run was lower. Of course, the print run in 2019 was much higher than it had been in 2018, 2017.
Yeah, Topps didn't really tell us exactly what that print run was. So I think a lot of collectors assumed 2019 would be as limited as 2018.
Right. And I love the way this card looked. I fell into the trap of listening to the populace, especially on the forums, talking about this is his first Sapphire card. It has the gold cup. He doesn't have another one. This is going to be his rookie card to have. So I bought it, and I paid $1,250.
Okay.
Got it off my slabs. And believe it or not, it slightly went up from
Yeah,
there.
I remember it ticking up afterwards.
And
Yeah.
I thought, well, this was a great buy. However, there were two purchases of this card in the last week, and you want to guess what they were?
I don't even want to say any numbers out loud. I don't.
All right, well, they sold for $140 and $141, which gives me a net loss of value on this card of 89%.
Oof.
Not quite the 98% that Chris experienced, but in terms of dollar value, that's over $1,100.
I do want to say the two sales, 140 was first and now 141, so maybe the card's back on its way up.
Trending up. I like that.
It's a slow, steady climb back up, but it tended, possibly in the right direction.
That's true. If it continues at that pace, I should break even in roughly 2028.
Yep. By the time your youngest kid graduates college,
right,
could be in a good position
well,
here.
it's something to look forward to. But again, I have this. I own it because I don't want to sell it at that price. It's still a beautiful card. I love the card, and it is a good reminder of not always buying into the FOMO. I felt like I was getting behind the train.
Yeah.
The train was taking off, and I thought I better get it before I
Yes.
don't get a chance to.
And that is the exact feeling. When you feel that as a collector, like it is so hard, but if you can possibly stop yourself from getting on that train, because odds are when you feel that the train has left, it is already left. Like the price that you're going to be paying, you're not going to see much value from that. Like we were talking about, we were actually discussing before we shot this, buying at the peak is bad.
Right.
But how do you know that it's happening? Like if there's a way to spot it, to prevent yourself from doing it. And I feel like that feeling is probably a pretty good indicator that it's not a great time.
That's true. And there's no way to tell. I mean, both of us didn't think it was the peak for these cards when we bought it.
Absolutely not.
But like I said, I did feel like I was going to miss the boat if I didn't buy it. So that is a good indicator.
Yeah, and we also talked about if there's a card you're interested in or a player who's doing really well, and there's a lot of hype around them, when you start to see big jumps in their sales, like if we're talking about like the percentage is doubling, like the better indicators are little jumps, like a steady $50 jump here and there, a $25 jump here and there. If you're looking at like a $1,500 card and the next sale is $3,500, like take a step back.
Yeah.
And
or if you have it, maybe sell it.
Yeah.
But thanks everybody for joining us. We appreciate you checking out our mistakes, and hopefully we'll be back with some.
There will be more mistake. Yeah, there will be more mistake videos to come.
Yes.
Don't you worry. We did not isolate our errors to these two cards, but we'll try to have some good news with the next video.
That's right. Thanks for tuning in. Follow us on Instagram. Please hit subscribe below and leave any comments for us. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, feel free to mock us if that
Yes,
if that
sure.
floats your boat.
We
let us
deserve
hear
some
it.
for these.
Yeah, I think we deserve some derision. We'll take it. Yeah.
All right. Thanks, guys.